Greetings, DECA Junior High families. Tonight we're going to talk about Friday folders. Friday folders are sent home every Friday for 7th graders and every other Friday for 8th graders. For complete dates that the Friday folders are sent home, please see the signature page on the inside of the Friday folder the next time your child brings it home. Junior high at DECA is a unique experience filled with new opportunities for success alongside new challenges. The junior high teachers use Friday folders to help communicate information to families. Inside the folder, you'll find 2 items to help you track and understand your students' progress. The Kickboard report, which is a behavioral record, and the end grade report, which includes information about your students' academic progress. When looking at the end grade report, sometimes it can seem like there's a lot of information, and the information in the end grade reports is displayed differently than the way that you would see it on the web page when you get on end grade through the internet. We're going to address 5 questions here. So first, where does your student's percentage come from? This overall percentage up here is a combination of the individual percentages that your student has in each section of the class. For example, this student has a 65% in formative classwork, a 97% on quizzes, and a 56% on homework. Each of those sections is weighted as a portion of the student's grade. So as you see here, these quizzes of these 3 sections have the most weight in the student's grade. So when you average all of those out, we get the final percentage. How can you identify your student's strengths and weaknesses? Sometimes it's helpful to go through a student's end grade report and identify the things that they are doing extremely well. For example, this student performs very well on their quizzes. So you can have a conversation with your student about how to make their quiz percentage match the rest of the class. As you notice here, it's easy to pick out that this weakness is a 56% on the homework. Again, even though that's only 10% of the student's grade, it's going to play into the other sections in the class. What do all of these letters mean? An A means absent. You also might see an EC, which stands for extra credit. Anything left in a blank space is not positively or negatively affecting the student's grade. It's as if the assignment didn't exist at all. So for example, if they don't turn in extra credit, teachers will not put a 0 in here. They'll actually just leave it blank. If your student turns in their homework every day, why might you see an A sometimes? Teachers will enter an A if the student is either absent the day that the assignment was due, absent the day that it was assigned, or maybe they were missing the day that it was supposed to be submitted. Even if the student is not absent from school, if they are out of class, for example, if they are in peer mediation or if they are in aspirations committee and they're not present in class, then the teacher may put an A here for the assignment. If you see a student with an M, a capital M, that means missing. Missing assignments count as 0s in the grade book. If you see a blank score, again here for example in the extra credit section, again that is not positively or negatively affecting their grade. Inside the folder you will also find a weekly Kickboard report. This includes behavioral information about your student. This behavioral information does not affect the grade that students are receiving in their classes. Let's look over at the positive side first. On the left-hand side, we have the merits that students have received that week. Everything on this side is either a positive merit that a student has received or just a general note that teachers are leaving for parents to help their students. For example, this student received a driven merit for volunteering to present at the book talk, and that was assigned by Miss Oberski. As you look down, the teacher's name that assigns the merits will always be shown next to the merit, and it will always be shown next to the demerit. As you can see, this student is earning a lot of merits and demerits from different teachers. Additionally, on this side, you'll find notes that are left by teachers. For example, this student was informed that they need to stay focused and stop talking. Again, this is not a demerit and it is not a merit. It is just a note for parents to be able to talk to their students about when they bring the Kickboard report home. On the right-hand side, we have the demerit behaviors. Again, you can receive 3 level 1s or 1 level 2 before receiving a detention, and level 3 behaviors are handled through the main administration. As you can see on this side, the student received a few level 1s as well as a level 2. However, on this day, they didn't receive any demerits. Again, the overall score, students start out the day with a total of 20 points just for arriving to school. Any merits they earn are an additional 3 points, and any demerits for a level 1 are minus 2 points, and any level 2 behaviors are minus 6 points. So if you look at this day, the student received plus 3 points for earning a merit, and they lost 2 points for receiving a demerit. As you travel down the Kickboard report, if there are days that the students were not in school, they will just be left blank. Again, those are not working for or against the students. They are simply just left blank. The thing to pay attention to when you're looking at the Kickboard report, again, is remind your students what they're doing really well in classes. In the junior high, the teachers are always really making an effort to assign merits to students so that they can repeat the positive behaviors that they're seeing in class. Also take the time to notice with your student how their behavior changed throughout the week. For example, on Monday, this student seemed to have a pretty tough day. As they move through the week, though, they improve drastically, and we see a change in behavior. As if you hang on to the Kickboard reports from week to week, you can have more fluid discussions with your kids about how they're behaving in class and what they can do to help improve their performance in class. Any questions that you have about merits or demerits right now must go through the teacher. It's probably best to call the teacher that assigned the merit or demerit because they were the ones that were present when it was assigned. Again, if you need to have their contact information, that's always included on the newsletter that is found inside the front pocket of the Friday folder. Again, please keep in mind that these folders are sent home every week for 7th graders and every other week for 8th graders. If you have any questions and you don't want to wait until the Friday folders are sent home, you may feel free to call either your child's advisor, any of their teachers, or one of the administrators. Thanks for your time.